88.7 KWDM The Point. You are now tuning into the Tiger Cage. I'm Kind and I'm joined by my gracious co-hosts.
I'm Alex Worth. I'm Cooper.
I'm Philip Samaniego.
And I'm special guest Riley Spellman.
Good morning, the Tiger Cage. It is currently 8:30 on this fine, lovely Thursday, and our first show on National Women's History Month.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
Let's go women.
Yep. And we got a special little show for you guys today. We are currently missing two other people. We don't have Alex, we don't have Riley, or we don't have Cooper either. We're actually joined by the Crust.
The Crust.
The Crust.
Oh,
the local band from Iowa.
Who's that?
Who's that? Who's that? Why? Who? How did they get in here? For the audio listeners, they took over. But
I snuck in through the back.
So give it up for the Crust. We're so happy to have you here today. So do you guys want to introduce yourselves? Josh, you want to go first?
I'm Joshua Snuffin. I do drums and guitar.
And I'm Stephen Polson, and I do drums and guitar as well.
Right. So, how long have you guys been in the Crust? How long have you guys been in this in the band?
I started this band when I was in 7th grade, so around about 5 years ago now.
Wow.
And I didn't join until like 2 years ago, so I'm the newest member still.
Mm-hmm. And you guys have recently dropped an EP.
Dropping Miles?
Dropping Miles, right?
Dropping Miles.
Okay, somebody did their homework.
And just for the viewers, where could you listen to this at?
Every streaming service.
There you go. All
Every streaming service.
Dropping Miles by the Crust. Look it up.
Anyways, let's talk about let's do this interview. I'm just so nervous to be here.
All right. So there's a bit of an elephant in the room, or more of an elephant that isn't in the room.
Oh God.
So we're just wondering. We heard recently that the Crust and Marshall White is separated from the Crust. We're wondering, what's that about, and is there any animosity or anything like that?
Well, there were just some personal differences going on, and it just wasn't working. So we decided what was best was we just went separate ways for the sake of both of us, or the three of us and him. And it ended pretty well. We're still on good terms. At least I think we are, and I don't have any problems with him necessarily. So I think it ended pretty well. It just wasn't working out.
Oh, so when you say the three of us, we actually were supposed to have the three of them here, but one of them couldn't make it, so we just have the two of them, but keep going.
Yeah, and so, so will you guys be looking for any new singers or any new talent to put in the band, or?
Not at the moment. We feel pretty solid as a three-piece. I mean, all three of our favorite bands is Rush. They're a three-piece, so. And Josh and I are mainly taking over lead vocals for now, at least, and Jub's going to sing on some of the songs, too. So it'll be pretty fun.
All right, so looking at that with college and just whatever coming up senior year, what is the future of the Crest looking like? Are you guys going to pass it on, or are you guys going to keep it going, like maybe during summer break and stuff?
Well, we're definitely going to keep it going summer break, because we'll still all be in town, but Josh and I might be moving, might be moving to Nashville next year.
Oh.
And, we'll see what happens there. We're not totally sure about the future of the Crust at that point, but as of right now, we'll be playing throughout the summer. We're going to be playing at 8035.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll still be around for a bit.
8035. Do you guys have any idea who's going to be up? Do you have any juicy insider gossip about 8035?
I mean, all the artists have been released, I think.
They have?
I think so.
Really? I didn't see this.
We're going to be on the Iowa stage, which was the Bravo stage last year.
I don't remember.
So kind of a step up from what we did last year.
Oh, nice.
I believe I had
nice.
COVID during that, so I actually couldn't make it, which is unfortunate.
Oh, there's Big Boy?
Big Boy.
That is a weird lineup. The War on Drugs, Big Boy. I know Big Boy. I don't know any of these other people, I don't think.
We need to get them on.
Anyway, so could you guys tell us, like, I guess you started the band, right? So could you tell us what, like, kind of how it started and like what it looked like in the beginning?
So initially, I was at Indian Hills, and my escape was music. I was like listening to bands and hanging out, and I met this guy named Wyatt Diamond. He goes to school here, and he was my original drummer, and we just liked the same stuff. We were really into Pantera and Nirvana and stuff like that at the time, and we just started jamming out all the time after school.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Wyatt. Oh, specifically Wyatt's mom. She actually does my hair.
Oh yeah,
She cuts my hair.
So you got the camera guy in?
Oh yeah, for audio listeners, we actually have cameras in the room. We have three angles showing different perspectives, I believe.
Yeah, you can watch this radio interview on YouTube.
Yeah.
At what's the
Tiger Cage. The Tiger Cage.
Tiger Cage.
Mm-hmm.
And do you guys remember like how your first shows went? Do you know where your first show was?
Gilroy's.
Gilroy?
Yeah, the restaurant.
Yeah.
I wasn't even in the band yet. That's actually how I joined the band.
Yeah. He joined up for Spirit.
Yeah, I showed up to Gilroy's and I helped them set up. It was the first time I ever met Josh. And then at the end of the night, they did Spirit of Radio by Rush, and Marshall's voice was going out. So Marshall invited me up on stage, and I sang it with them. Then they asked me to join the band on guitar. So it was interesting.
I will say I have helped you guys set up before, and I've sang with you guys. So where's my invite?
That was the best.
Sorry, Little Bit and Shrizzle might not be joining the Crust for a while.
We need to get Little Bit of Shrizzle on the stage.
I'm actually moving to Nashville to follow the crowd.
Yeah?
Yeah, I am.
We'll start a Weezer cover band.
Yeah.
We gotta do a collab again.
Do you have any ideas for a Weezer cover band name?
The Pinkertons. I don't know.
Peak album. But Stefan, so you play guitar, right? I know you've known how to play the drums, but you started playing guitar when COVID was like huge at that moment.
Yeah. I always played a little bit of guitar because my dad's a guitar player, but I didn't really start getting into it until quarantine is when I really started to pick it up. And I started listening to a bunch of Van Halen, so that's kind of how I learned all my tricks that I do on stage. It's basically me just ripping off Eddie Van Halen, but
yeah,
he's my hero. So
so before then, could you like do that fast?
The two hand tapping?
Yeah, or any.
How does that work? Because I see that I just can't wrap my hand.
You two can do that. You guys are like good at that.
I don't know how to explain it. We can explain it in guitar terms. I don't know if that's going to help you understand.
Just do it. Just do it.
So there are these things in guitar. Yeah, there's things in guitar called hammer-ons and pull-offs. So you can do a hammer-on, which is where you add your whatever finger you like to the fret.
You really just push your finger down on the fretboard, and while you're doing that, you implement either your pointer or your middle finger, and you're hitting
from your
that
right
simultaneously with the other fingers, making a movement that makes sound.
That's crazy.
We don't really know either. You can't tell.
So. Well, that means I can do it now because I've learned. Thank you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Next Eddie Van Halen.
So speaking of Van Halen, would you say he's your biggest inspiration? Is there any other people that you like look up to?
For guitar, he's definitely my biggest inspiration. But my biggest inspiration of all time, mainly for drums, will be Neil Peart from Rush, because I've basically learned everything I know from watching videos from him, and also from my teacher Charlie Evans. But mainly Charlie. But watching a lot of Neil Peart really helped me get a lot better with my chops.
So, like I said earlier, you guys dropped a new EP, right? Or they're during this summer, dropping Miles.
Yeah.
Is there a plan for a new release?
So hopefully. Sometime in the near future.
We'll get to record.
Yeah, we've been working on a lot of new songs. It's just a matter of having time to get in the studio and the money to get in the studio.
Yeah.
And hopefully by that point it'll be an album instead of an EP. So.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because we'll most likely re-record the songs from the EP and put that on the next album.
Okay, I gotcha.
And you guys recorded your EP. That was actually that was a prize, right?
Indeed, it was.
Indeed it was. So can you just tell us about the Iowa Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
So in Okoboji, there's Roof Garden Ballroom, and all these bands from all over Iowa, and even one from Nebraska, comes in, and everyone plays like a 20-minute set around there
20-minute, yeah.
for a bunch of judges, and then they choose what band wins. And whatever band wins, the grand prize is recording at Catamount Studios, and recording at Catamount Studios, and getting to play the show with all the other inductees, and then of course connections to be able to play all their other stages down the line too.
Yeah.
But that's how we got our recording. We just ended up winning that one year, and we got to play. It was pretty fun, actually. Okoboji is pretty cool. It was my first time being up there.
It was my first time too. And then with the recording, we ended up going up there for a whole week in December of 2021, and we recorded all the bass and drum parts for the first day. And we took a day off. We recorded all the guitars and then the vocals the next day. So it was pretty fun, and we're pretty happy with how it turned out.
Oh yeah.
And so
No, it sounds great. Yeah, but in the Iowa Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and you won that. I'm just thinking of these bands that have been together for a significant amount of time, and then you guys step in, and then you completely take over that whole the whole event. That is crazy to me, and it's your first year, right?
Yeah, I mean, we had no idea what we were doing when we went up there. We didn't know what was going to happen, so we were pretty happy with the outcome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So with that EP, you guys wrote all that music, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course.
What is the process for that? Like, how do you guys piece that together?
First.
Yeah, I'll go first. Well, usually what happens is, since Josh and I both play guitar and both play drums, well, whoever writes the song will write it probably in their bedroom at like 3 a.m. And then, I wrote Goose Queen, the second song off our EP, when I was 15 in my bedroom at my old house before I was even in the band. And then I brought it to the guys after I joined the band, and we just kept jamming it like it was an already a song until we had a final idea, really. And then we just kept performing it live and polishing it as we went by.
Yeah, I like hanging out with friends, and most of my friends happen to just be musicians, so I end up jamming out a lot. And I do also write a lot of my material, and of course the bedroom, just hanging out and jamming out. But it's times like when I'm hanging out, like my first year at Walnut Creek, and going and hanging out in the basement and jamming out with Jub. And that's how Time Lies came along. We were just jamming out, and a group of people just came along. We started jamming out, and initially it sounded entirely different from what it does now.
Yeah, pretty much.
So really, it's just like trial and error until you find something you guys like.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. All right. And Time Lies, would you say that's your most popular song off the EP?
I'd say it is. Yeah. Whether or not it's our our favorite song, but
Well, which is your favorite song?
I'm not sure. Josh, what's your favorite?
I really do like Goose Queen. That's fun to play live.
Yeah, Goose Queen's pretty fun one to play live.
Oh,
And,
I would like to go back to your kind of writing process, how you do it at 3 a.m. That is like the best time to like just think
Oh,
of
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Because
Me and Cayenne, whenever we write like stuff, music.
we don't write music.
Not a lot.
We are film guys.
We're film guys.
Film kids.
Whenever we write like screen stuff, it's always at 3 a.m. and we always have a nice general idea, but we wake up and go, what did we write last night?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Well, I have a lot of videos on my phone of I'll be falling asleep, and then I'll hear like a melody in my head, or I'll be asleep and I'll dream a melody. And I'll wake up in the middle of the night and like barely awake and just sing the melody into my phone and then fall back asleep.
oh yeah.
And I'll go and listen to it the next day and I can't make anything out.
Oh.
It's like, what was I thinking? But sometimes I'll get a good recording, and I just wrote a new song that I'm soon going to show to the guys. It's more inspired by grunge and Pink Floyd. It's a weird mix, but I wrote that one like in my sleep pretty much. So
with that, are you gonna? So you said it's more like grunge, Pink Floyd. Will you be branching out into any new like sounds or genres?
for sure, yeah.
Sure.
I'm trying to go for a more indie rock thing now since I've been in that scene lately. I really like the band Hers and Almost Beige. The Dirty Blondes is a local band that I'm really into right now, and they're from local Iowa. They're from Roosevelt.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to do stuff like that, or just really heavy stuff too, like Pantera. You just punch you in the face. You know,
we're still, you know, we're a high school band, so we can really write whatever we want because nobody can be like, we're a purist, you can't write that, you know, because we're some local band that 2 people listen to. So our goal is to just write whatever we want and hope people like it.
Nice. Well, so when would you? What would you say? What would you say is your biggest show, or at least the one that's most important to you guys?
Josh and I have mixed feelings on this. I think it's when we played the Surf Ballroom, just because of the history behind it. It's the last place Buddy Holly, the Big Bopper, and I cannot think of the third guy right now.
Richie Valens.
Richie Valens, yeah. We actually met his sister at the Iowa Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She's really nice. She was actually one of the judges at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and chose us to win, which was pretty cool.
Nice.
But yeah, we played. That was the last place they played, and I thought it was really cool and historical. We opened for really big national act Hairball, which if you have the chance to see them, they're really fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
And it was for about 2,000 people. I mean, we've played bigger shows in terms of crowds.
Yeah.
But I thought that was a pretty big show in terms of like the meaning behind it and the history.
And it is super fun. I think Preservation Plaza, which was the new stage over in Arnold's Park, was our
Up in Okoboji.
Yeah. Huge show. There was at least like 5,000-6,000 people there. We were opening up for Thunderstruck, the AC/DC tribute band for America.
Yeah, and they're pretty good. They sound just like AC/DC live.
Oh yeah, super fun. But yeah.
Yeah, and with that, do you guys have any goals for the band coming up?
Kind of goes back to the Nashville thing. As of right now, we're just trying to make it. This summer, we're gonna maybe all pack into a van and try and go play around the country. Maybe even get some shows in Nashville. And then if we move to Nashville, just keep gigging until we catch somebody's eye, really. And Josh just went to this G4 experience and made a bunch of connections, which will hopefully get us somewhere in the near future.
I went to Joe Satriani's G4 thing in Henderson, which is 10 minutes from Las Vegas, and got to meet almost all my heroes, and hopefully, you know, I'll get to connect with them a little bit more over time and stuff. But it was a blast. But goals, I think we should finish an album. Like record an album.
Yeah.
I think that's my goal for this band personally. But
and Josh is working on a new festival, which is a pretty big goal.
A festival?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So the drummer from the Dirty Blondes and I have been we were on the phone and we were just talking, and I'm just like, you know, we've played with so many bands over the years, and there's a lot of bands that we want to play with, and you know, we should, instead of just like waiting on some kind of venue, you know, to, you know, want us to play there, we could just get them all together all at once with local Iowa musicians all around Iowa and have one big festival. Everyone plays 45 minutes.
That sounds great.
I'm still working out the details, but I mean, this was just recent.
Yeah, I feel like you could rent out a local park or like the community center.
Well, I think it could be fun.
You're looking at the state fairgrounds, right?
Yeah.
State fairgrounds.
I'm talking with some people on that.
Hey, well,
okay.
If you guys ever need a performer,
no doubt. Actually, we will be doing.
We'll do a Weezer song or two.
We got we got to get. Have you guys listened to our new song?
You guys have a new song?
Yeah, yes. It's not radio. It's not radio appropriate. But it won't be playing today, but it has like 8 people on it, so
it's 5 minutes long.
6 minutes long.
It's 6 minutes long.
So we will be requesting an hour and 20-minute long set.
That's cool.
Oh yeah,
that's okay.
You guys just headline. How about that?
Yeah.
And with that, do you guys have any other like big shows you guys want to go through your promotions? You know, how people can find you, how people can book you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, our website. We have a website, thecrustband.com, and you can fill out a form, book us through there. You can also reach out to us if you know us personally. Reach out to us, you know.
Or we have social media too, Instagram, Facebook. I think we have a Twitter. I don't run it, so I'm not sure. But you can reach us on most social media platforms. And then for upcoming gigs, I mean, the biggest one we have right now is at 8035, I think.
Oh yeah, 8035.
I think we're. I don't remember which day we're playing. I think we're playing the second day.
Yeah,
we're playing at noon, I believe,
Saturday.
at the Iowa stage. So it'll be fun.
Speaking of social media, you guys should hop on TikTok.
I was about to talk about that. I think we're gonna do that here soon.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure that out.
Because I've seen people that just promote their bands just out of TikTok, and
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
they
And they get huge popularity.
Yeah, or like there's that one guy. He was the. Oh no, now I'm not gonna remember it. Anyway, I'll remember it eventually.
Yeah.
Kind of ask a question. I don't know what to say.
Well, I think we've actually hit all of our marks and all of our questions. I would like to give a thank you for you guys for joining us, taking your time out of
Well, thanks for having
our
us.
class period, your class period. And yeah, I think it's a perfect time to get into a song, and one of their songs actually. So up now is "Dropping Miles" by The Crust. Woo! Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
We're gonna drive.
welcome back to the Tiger Cage. That was Goose Queen by The Crust.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to thank you guys for coming back. Oh, Stefan's still here. Stefan's still here.
Oh yeah.
He's about to report on some very funny news.
Yes. So
But
take over.
First off, before we have Stefan, I like to just talk about how an Arizona teacher had an Eminem style casket for her funeral. Mary Stocks Martin passed away earlier in February. Her initials MSM. Her initials were MSM, and she got the nickname for Eminem from her students. She was a teacher for 30 years and would initial everything MSM and would write the S in cursive to look like an ampersand, like Eminem. Over the years, the students gave her Eminem memorabilia and a collection began. The casket was made to look like a blue M&M, Mary's favorite.
I saw that they covered that on Fox
They
News.
put that on Fox News.
We were eating at P-Bops yesterday after filming something, and we have this specific spot where we have two TVs, where one person can look at Fox and one person can look at what's the other channel? ESPN. And I was sitting on the side where they showed Fox, and I just see a picture of an Eminem in a casket.
Yeah. And what Fox News?
They cover.
Did they not have a Chinese spy balloon this week?
No, they were
not
covering
this
the first story was the Eminem funeral, and the second story was how, I'm not kidding, they were trying to cancel the Sun. Liberals were trying to cancel
what their
the Sun.
headline was.
That's what the headline was. It said canceling the Sun ? I was like, what?
And then I didn't say this out loud, but then they played a clip of a dog like hanging from like a string or something like that, or like they played a dog. They showed like a puppy dangling from something.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
It was alive. It was okay. It was
Okay.
It was like a cute, funny video. I'm like, what are they covering?
The new America's Funniest Home Videos.
Maybe.
Right.
Fox News. Just send in all of your funny videos to Fox News and they'll probably play it.
Mm-hmm. Requiem for the Crust.
All right. So the next big story is a remote kissing device lets long-distance lovers share silicone smooches. Chinese invention from the Changzhou Vocational Institute of the Mechatronic Technology uses silicone to replicate quote pressure, movement, and temperature of a kiss via a phone app. So now you can get a kissing app, which is incredible. Head of the team that invented this, Jiang Zhongli, said, "In my university, I was in a long-distance relationship with my girlfriend, so we only had contact with each other through the phone. That was where the inspiration of this device originated. The device is supposed to maintain long-term relationships by bridging a gap that apparently only physical touch can fill. You can buy this product for $41 on the Chinese website Taobao,
41.
which also has an option to share kisses with strangers.
Oh.
The patent expired this year, so now anyone can improve on this product."
That's a deal.
That $41.
Such a specific number, too.
41.
But
You have to buy two, though.
did you guys hear that? Kissing is actually you can actually what is it? It's like a workout, right? You can burn.
I don't think that's true.
No. Oh yeah, it might actually not be true.
You folded so quickly.
But if that was true, think of how ripped you're gonna be.
You tell him.
You tell him, Kyle.
Okay, keep going to the next. I'm gonna look this up really quick. You guys keep going.
How many calories do you burn? No, we're not gonna move on. How many calories do you burn?
Hold on.
Yeah, take your time,
Take
Kaya.
your time.
Okay. Let's see. On an average, you can expect 2 to 3 calories per minute.
I'm pretty
with
sure
a simple
you
kiss.
burn more calories by sleeping.
Well, obviously, yeah. But this is another method.
That's
Usually,
It's not really a workout.
if you want
They're going to
to.
be ripped in 10,000 years.
Yeah. All right. Now up next is brand new journalist Stefan Polson. Some news.
Okay.
If he messes up, everyone make fun of him.
Yeah, I'm reading this for the first time, so I apologize.
It's a lie.
No, it's not. Okay. All right. So, the kid who took a viral Super Bowl selfie with Justin Timberlake was arrested in Florida. I guess this is news. So here are the details. Back in 2018, 13-year-old Ryan McKenna went viral for the selfie Justin Timberlake and him snapped in the middle of his Super Bowl halftime performance. The now 18-year-old McKenna was escorted by shopping security out of the shopping center because of an altercation with his friend at California Pizza Kitchen that resulted in him pushing a table. McKenna became more aggressive, shushing the cop's hand off of him. Moving the cop's hand off of him and getting more violent, causing him to be arrested for a felony battery on a law enforcement officer and 2 misdemeanors, roasting arrest and obstruction of an officer.
Dang. Wait, when did he take the selfie?
2018.
So, this is news?
I didn't write this. Who wrote this?
I didn't write this one. Riley wrote
Well,
it.
no, but he just got arrested.
Yeah, but you're telling me that a micro celebrity from 5 years ago got arrested?
It's a headline.
This is not this isn't. This,
It's just very important,
If
Philip.
Justin Timberlake got arrested, that'd be a headline.
think of the impact Justin
Hey,
Timberlake had on that kid.
His character did in The Social Network.
Whoa.
Wait, that's a film reference.
what does Justin Timberlake think about this? Has he commented? No.
I don't.
like, I'm very
we don't
upset.
He
have-
probably
I
does
can't
not
believe
remember
the
that
one
kid.
time I gave a snap
It's okay.
to a kid.
I'll call him up right now. I'll see.
Yeah, guys. Who has his number?
If Justin Timberlake wants to call, he can communicate with the point on 515-267-8870. And that goes for all you guys. You guys can call in.
Mhm. Let's lighten things up a little bit.
Lighten them up?
Yeah,
That was
we got-
funny news.
Well,
That's as light as
When
it
was
gets.
there? Okay, I
We have
mean, I
some-
guess
yeah,
the
well,
first story was a
we have-
little sad.
Yeah, well, no, the last story was,
It wasn't sad.
funny.
it was
funny.
interesting. But
How is a micro niche celebrity from 5 years ago going to like attack a police officer?
I think it's just micro, no celebrity. I don't think that counts for any
Just a
celebrity.
micro person.
Just a
What does
micro,
that-
micro
what does
human
that
being.
mean? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Micro niche internet celebrity. Would you guys consider yourself a micro niche internet celebrity? I think Lil Ben Shizzer are on their way.
You guys made Requiem for a Dream, so.
We did.
And Captain Kirk.
and we actually have
500
we're currently
views.
in the middle of trying to write something too.
Mhm.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah. But again, we got some funny, no, not funny. We got some goofy dad jokes.
Yes.
Take over.
It's dad joke.
Take it away,
time.
Cooper.
Here we go. All right. First dad joke of today. How do you follow Will Smith in the snow?
How do you follow
don't
Will Smith
know.
in the snow?
Oh, thank you for asking. You follow the Fresh Prince.
Oh, I
It's
got
like-
that.
it's
Okay.
I thought it was going to be a slap joke.
Right?
You slapped us now.
All right. Have you
What?
heard about the chocolate record player?
No, I have not heard about the chocolate.
Okay, well,
record
this is interesting because I found out that it's actually pretty sweet.
Oh,
Oh,
now that's silly.
And then I just want to finish off our dad joke segment with a final message. Dear Math, grow up and solve your own problems, please.
Oh,
That's true.
Oh.
That's right.
Hope I don't
And
break.
There's
the
a
mic.
waste of 2 minutes of your guys' life.
we need a boom-tish sound effect on the board. Gabe, can you get to doing that?
yeah. Shout out to Gabe. That's right.
Let's go, tech guy.
Our
Stefan,
tech
you play the
guy.
drums. Why don't you just give us a boom-tish right now? Nice.
Solid.
Nice. That's what we're
Alright.
looking for.
Well, we'll be right back again. Up now, we're gonna play Riptide by Vance Joy. We'll be right back.
I was scared of dentists and the dark. I was scared of pretty girls and starting conversations. All my friends are turning green. Yeah, the magician's assistant in their dream. And they come unstuck. Lady, running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. Is this movie that I think you like? This guy decides to quit his job and head to New York City. This cowboy's running from himself. She's been living on the highest shelf. Oh. to Michelle Pfeiffer that you've ever seen. Oh, lady, running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. Oh, lady, running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. Oh, lady, running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. Yeah, I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. Hey, 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 your lipstick stains on the front lobe of my left side brains. I knew I wouldn't forget you, and so I went and let you blow my mind. Your sweet moonbeam, the smell of you in every single dream I dream. I knew when we collided, you're the one I have decided who's one of my kind. Hey, soul sister, ain't that Mr. on the radio? Stereo, the way you move ain't fair, you know. Hey, soul sister, I don't wanna miss a single thing you do tonight. Hey, 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 just in time. I'm so glad you have a one-track mind like me. You gave my life direction, a game show love connection we can't deny. I'm so obsessed. My heart is bound to beat right out my untrimmed chest. I believe in you like a virgin, young Madonna, and I'm always gonna wanna blow your mind. Hey, soul sister, ain't that Mr. on the radio? Stereo, the way you move ain't fair, you know. Hey, soul sister, I don't wanna miss a single thing you do tonight. The way you can cut a rug, watching you's the only drug I need. So gangsta, I'm so thug, you're the only one I'm dreaming of. You see, I can be myself now finally. In fact, there's nothing I can't be. I want the world to see you be with me. Hey, soul sister, ain't that Mr. on the radio? Stereo, the way you move ain't fair, you know. Hey, soul sister, I don't wanna miss a single thing you do tonight. Hey, soul sister, I don't wanna miss a single thing you do tonight. Tonight.
Hey guys, and welcome back. That was Hey Soul Sister. This is Riley Spellman taking over for Kyan. You're listening to the Tiger Cage on 88.7 KWDM The Point. We have some current news for you. Alex, do you want to get us started there?
Yeah, we have some very interesting current news. The first one is that pharma group Eli Lilly caps the insulin price at $35. Pharmaceutical drug maker Eli Lilly recently announced that they would put a cost cap on insulin at $35. This will make it easier for nearly 8.5 million Americans with diabetes to purchase their insulin, as the price for one vial reached an average of nearly $100 in previous years. So that's definitely a big step in American healthcare.
It's vital to those people too.
Yeah, like they literally can't live without it. So it's good to see
That's
that
good. I hope
they're
we have
really
more and
dropping
more
the
things
price.
like that, like EpiPens also. Like hopefully they cap the price on those because those get very, very expensive, I think.
Yeah, so hopefully this is a nice first step in,
Yes, very much so.
in helping make healthcare a little bit more affordable in America.
Slowly.
Yeah. Another big piece of news, top NFL draft prospect Jalen Carter faces arrest. Jalen Carter, a defensive tackle for the national champion Georgia Bulldogs, has had arrest warrants placed on him for his involvement in a car crash on January 15th that killed one Georgia football player and recruiting staff member. The projected top 5 draft pick is being charged with reckless driving and racing. Carter released a statement that says he will go back to Athens, Georgia to meet with police and says, quote, "There is no question in my mind that when all of the facts are known, that I will be fully exonerated of any criminal wrongdoing," end quote. So that's
Interesting.
Well, let's
and you
hope
know
that's
what?
true.
Grill from Iowa State basketball
Yeah,
has also
he was dismissed from the team.
he was dismissed, and the reasons unsaid, but it's clear.
on his Twitter page, he put out a lot. Like
yeah, I read it all.
8
and it
slides.
kind of danced around the main.
Yeah,
idea.
he did mention that like he said something that he should not have said, and that's why he got dismissed. But he also shined light on like a lot of like mental health issues that he's been dealing with
Yes.
and stuff. But like
I
he's
think
not
there's
ready
a lot
to
to
share.
unpack. Yeah,
There's
it's interesting.
definitely
There's a lot unfolding on these players.
yeah. I don't
Lots of
I don't
spotlight.
think there's enough awareness for like the mental health of athletes. It's
Right.
like working every single day for months, trying to be like the best you can be. There's a lot of pressure being a Division
Yeah.
One athlete.
And McCaffrey, one of the sons,
Yeah,
he took time off because he was like, all right, I got to slow myself down and
Yeah,
kind of get there.
I don't remember which McCaffrey it is.
I don't
but
remember either, but I think it's becoming a better conversation slowly, and obviously it's going to take a hot minute to get there, but we're kind of recognizing that. I mean, even like for you to be put into these situations or accused of murder, that's a whole nother thing. Like,
Yeah,
it's craziness.
it's like he before this happened, he was a surefire top 5 draft pick.
Yeah.
He was either going to go like 2, 3, or 4.
And now you don't want that rep on any team.
Yeah, and like just all the stuff he was going through, he was practicing, and then he's working towards the combine,
Yep.
trying to put on a good performance. There's a lot of stress in that already, and now with this, like it could potentially like ruin his career. We don't know how large of an issue this is, like the extent of like the impact. Like if he does get like convicted of reckless driving and racing, like how could that impact his career as a football
Yeah.
player? And you don't want to see one small mistake have a
Lead to
terrible
that.
impact there.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have what do we have? Some
We have
news.
the point planner.
Point planner.
So the boys basketball team, Valley Boys, will take on the Norwalk Warriors in the quarterfinal round of the boys 4A state tournament. The game is next Wednesday at 3:45 at Wells Fargo Arena. So that'll be a good matchup between the 4 and 5 seeds. Next up, track and field. The Valley boys and girls track and field teams will be in action in their first meets of the season for the A.D. Dickinson Relays. Both meets will be at the Unidome, with the girls starting Monday at 2 p.m. and the boys starting Tuesday at 2 p.m.
And the JV track teams will be at Wartburg. So varsity will be up at the Unidome, and then Wartburg is also hosting a fun little indoor meet for those people too.
Nice. And the Des Moines Buccaneers will face off against the Dubuque Fighting Saints Friday night at Buccaneer Arena, with the puck dropping at 7. That'll do it for the point planner. Let's turn it over now to some music news.
Alrighty, so Blink 182 tour dates have been postponed. The rock band announced that it stops in Latin America for their world tour would be postponed after drummer Travis Barker has to have surgery on his finger. According to Barker, he smashed his finger at a rehearsal so hard that it was dislocated and tore ligaments as well. Less than 2 weeks later, he has injured his finger again. The Tours is the first band that had all original members since 2014.
Yeah, that always kind of stinks because
That's a long going for them.
because it's been 9 years since they've all been together on tour, and then it has to get postponed like that.
Right.
It's pretty unfortunate. Josh, you play the drums in the band, right?
Oh yeah.
Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever had any serious injuries from drumming too violently?
Well, let's just put it like this. It's not fun when you smack your finger on the rim of the snare. It really is not.
Yeah, I'm guessing that would not feel good. Metal.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Ugh.
Nope.
Pass.
Does it at least make a cool sound?
I wish.
Dude,
Okay, Josh, we're gonna need you to replicate that sound on the album. Just keep.
Ow!
Just keep hitting your finger. Ugh.
This next one's kind of sad. So, Kiss announces final shows ever. Legendary rock band Kiss announced yesterday on the Howard Stern show that their next tour will be their last tour. The end of the world tour will go through America and Canada and will end with back-to-back shows at Madison Square Garden in New York in December.
That's kind of sad, but they've had a good run.
They have.
I don't want to guess how many
Going out with
hundreds
a
of shows
bang
they've done.
in Madison Square Garden. I think that once you play at Madison Square Garden, it's kind of like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
100%.
I mean, I've never
And I
been
bet
there,
they've
but
played
like
there many
it's
times.
huge.
Yeah, it's really cool there.
Yeah, it's end of an era. For
End
sure.
of an era.
They've always kind of been some like the best performers on tour. Just with,
Consistent.
yeah, they've always been able to entertain the audience.
Yeah.
So
Josh is
They're
over here nodding his head very
Oh
violently.
yeah, no. I saw them twice. They're awesome. There's more explosions than World War II in those shows.
That's so amazing. Dedicated.
well, let's move on to some famous birthdays now. John Bon Jovi, the lead singer of classic rock band Bon Jovi, turns 60 today. Coldplay lead singer Chris Martin and country superstar Luke Combs turn 45 and 32, respectively. James Bond actor Daniel Craig turns 54. And Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa turns 24. And on this day in 1904, Dr. Seuss was born. One of the greatest children's books writer of all time, probably.
Yeah.
Of all time.
Honestly. Luke Combs. He's a good country singer. Sorry.
Yeah.
I appreciate his music.
Yeah, I think he writes
Yeah.
a lot of pretty good songs.
Yes, very much.
Bon
Cooper,
Jovi. 60
You're a
years.
country fan?
I'm an everything fan.
I love it.
Anything but jazz.
Oh.
Which a lot
Oh, why you
That
gotta
was-
hate on
That was
Hey,
very
don't be dissing
violent.
jazz.
That
A lot
was
of
a
people-
personal attack
a lot of
over here.
people-
Why are you hating on Kenny G?
Disagree
You
with
said
me.
you listen to everything but jazz.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bro,
What?
Kenny G on the sax. You never know.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
All right, guys.
maybe I should try.
We will be back. We have Undone Sweater by Weezer. And when we have a comeback, we have Cooper's Top 5.
Oh, yeah.
And I got a little help here with Josh.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to the Tiger Cage on 88.7 KWDM. The Point. We are unfortunately on the last topic of the day. And what better topic to hit than top 5 rock and roll songs with the Josh Snuffin from the Crust.
Girl.
Yeah, let's go.
So, this is kind of a little bit personal, kind of mixed in from stuff I play and stuff that's just really fun to listen to, and recommendations if you feel like listening to it. Number 1 coming in at Spirit of Radio by Rush. That's a really good one. I really like, and Stefan really likes. So, Lost Control by Van Halen, another good one. Off of Women and Children, one of their greater albums. Then a little heavier by Demons Be Driven, coming in at number 3 by Pantera.
Okay.
Number 4, For Whom the Bell Tolls by Metallica.
Yes, that's a great song. I love that.
I still love jamming that song to this day. Dude. And then, of course, coming at number 5, we can't leave Motley Crue out. Shout at the Devil. Yes. No doubt. Especially, and if you ever get to see Motley Crue, John Five's there. He's awesome. Yes.
I had Kickstart My Heart on for my top 5 for today anyway, so that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would like to thank you and Stefan for coming in for today on this show. It was an absolute pleasure having you guys on here and interviewing you guys. And we really hope for you guys for the best. And, Stefan's already gone. He had some performance he had to do. But yeah, I would like to give a huge shout out to everybody in this room right now. Gabe, thank you for doing all the sound. And yeah, with that being said, we hope you enjoyed this our little show for today. It was a little bit special. We got the Crust on, and shout out to our supporter Spellman Law PC. If you were in a crime, just call them. if you find
Sean Spellman gets it done.
Yeah, better spawn better spawn Sean. That's what I think.
Better call Sean.
Better call Sean. And also, thank you for Chef Howell's all-in-one seasoning also. But with that, thank you, Josh.
Thanks for having us.
Best of luck in the future, man.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to another song by you guys, and thank you everybody for the listeners for listening to the show for today. And with that, this is the Tiger Cage, and we're all signing out. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day.
Have a good day, guys.
Bye.
Time Now, baby, I give up, but that's too easy now. So I see there's nothing left to do but keep on pushing, man. It's hard for me just this time as the summer comes around. Leave it up to me one more